wanted to make a video because it's going to be one of my last posts for a while. Just wanted to say, I could say a lot, I'll try to keep it short. President Zelenskyy, I posted this on a few friends' pages, and so I wanted to say it in person because, I don't know, maybe some people care how I feel, but I also just want to have integrity so that way how I feel, what I think is recorded. So here goes. President Zelenskyy didn't wear a business suit because, unlike so many other corrupt politicians, he realizes that war is not a business. It's not business. From the few clips I've seen, Zelenskyy crushed it. I'm definitely not one, but I've been around enough police officers and war heroes to know that kind of composure, what that kind of composure looks like. For example, I sat next to a guy in BNCOC. It's a Army leadership course. He was a sniper with 32 confirmed kills, and I've had the privilege of knowing and being trained by many war-hardened people, and which is another conversation. But to me, President Zelenskyy looked like a stone-cold badass in that room. Suffice it to say, Zelenskyy, by not bending the knee, kissing the ring, licking the boot, probably did a lot to unify his people and maybe Europe for that matter. The unfortunate part is all that comes at the expense of the United States standing on the world stage and how we're seen in the world. I'm most repulsed by Vance. His behavior is not Christian, it's not American, and it's bottom feeder human. It puts a target on the U.S.'s back, on our back. Trump just does what Trump does, which is serve his own ego and make selfish decisions, and that seems to be the limit of his consciousness and his understanding of the world. Vance, on the other hand, is an opportunist. I'm from Appalachia, and no one I know claims him. Even his book, it was just a way for him to exploit a vulnerable population, as how he would see it, and to seek profit at the expense of others, as many a robber baron has been known to do in Appalachia. Not so long ago, Vance was calling Trump Hitler, and now he's his cuck. Or vice versa. I'm not sure who is who here. Of course, Marjorie Taylor Greene's boyfriend was going to find an opportunity there to make himself known as a journalist or whatever he thought he was doing in there. But from the clips I've seen, it's just hard to even think. It seemed like a room full of vultures, that there's a lot of people in there just kind of serving their own agenda. And I also heard that someone from Russian state media was in the room, but that's another conversation as well. Bottom line is, I think Zelenskyy did right by his people by remaining a stone-cold badass, a true leader with integrity, and I wish that more people in the U.S. would step up like that. Yeah. Oh, and being Sunday, I also wanted to say that I'm over here in Utah, and I was searching through radio stations, and on FM radio, I heard Dr. David Jeremiah, which is someone my mom used to play for me when I was a kid a lot. She wouldn't let me watch cartoons or anything before school, no television, but she would listen to David Jeremiah. And he's like a Christian psychologist. And his verse, it was a weekend edition of his show Turning Point, and he was talking about blessed are the merciful. I think that's Matthew. It's in Matthew. But anyway, and I don't know if he was specifically speaking to any current events or if the talk he was giving was current. I only caught the tail end of it, but it was really good. And so I think I want to advocate that we all show a little mercy, and that includes to the people we think are vile, wherever they sit in the world in the pecking order. And I think the reason we need to show mercy is because at the end of the day, we really should need to show mercy to ourselves, because I think a lot of us have an issue with doing that, forgiving ourselves for our past mistakes. And I think once you can learn to forgive yourself, you can forgive other people. We're all just humans.